the Queen Liana, don't be no Benihana. She done been through lots of drama, shit the way to 50 llama. She done work, almost dropped 200 pounds. Put in work, you can't keep this woman down.
Okay, so I know some of you guys are probably wondering, why does she have a towel on? Why doesn't she have any clothes on? Quick answer is because I just hopped out of the shower and I was had a lot of thoughts running in my mind, and I know myself, if I don't do something like right then, or at least write it down, I get busy, I start going on throughout my day, and it doesn't get done. And given the fact that I am about to drive out to a conference in a youth conference in Santa Clarita, because I will be speaking this weekend, which is pretty awesome, I decided to go ahead and just record this video, make this video, and post it. So I am a little emotional right now, which I don't like that. I don't like being in a state where I can't necessarily control my ups and downs and why things in life affect me the way they do or the impact they have on me, but they do. So this is where I am. You know, and I figure I might as well talk to you guys or share with you guys what I'm going through, because you have really been my support system, my accountability, my community to some degree for the last 7 to 8 years of my life. When I started, well, I started blogging my journey in 2000, and I started losing weight in 2007, but I started blogging in 2009, I believe. So since 2009 to now, 2015, this has been the place where I come and I kind of just open myself up and I share my emotions, and I just kind of lay it all out there, hopefully that you guys will be impacted or inspired or whatever, but mainly because it's just a place for me to release. And gosh, there's just so much going on in my mind. Some of you guys know, just gosh, it's so much. Coming up this Sunday, it's been 2 years since I lost my dad. So you guys know I've been in therapy. Not too long ago, I chopped my hair off because it's something I've been wanting to do for at least a year. You guys know I'm a youth pastor. You know that I've lost 180 pounds naturally, and I've just been on this journey. But one thing I realized is, you know, I'm the type of person who's always there for everybody else, and I don't mind that. That's how I've been since I was a kid, and it's just who I am, and it's a blessing to be able to support people in their lives and on their journey. But what I realized also is since 2013, so 2 years of my life, this is 2015, right? The past 2 to 3 years of my life have probably been the most difficult years of my life. And I thought that I had faced the hardest thing I was ever going to face, which was facing my obesity. And I kind of thought that, you know what? If I can overcome this, I can overcome anything. If I can face this, I can face anything. And it's true. The mental push that it took, the inner strength, the reliance on God, the relentlessness, the resilience, the determination, the focus, the strategy, all of that it took for me to lose the weight. It was very difficult, and there's so many tools and lessons that I've learned out of that journey that I didn't realize that I would need for the next phase in my life, i.e. now. I won't go into detail, but it's been really hard. It's been really hard, and I find myself feeling like I do so well at everything, or I feel like I try to be great at everything. So I try to offer the best for my family. I try to be the best youth pastor possible and be present for my kids and minister to their needs. I try to be a very present friend. I try to be just a overall good person, to be good for people. And I realized that, I don't like being the broken person. I don't like being the person that needs the help and needs the strength. And I thank God that I know that I'm human and I will. Hence, I've been going to therapy every Tuesday for over a year now, and I love my therapist, and I have great support systems and great mentors, and but I found myself in a very broken place. And the hardest thing is I realize is that one thing that can find itself to be an immediate comfort for me, though I know it's not lasting, is food. And I know that's my struggle, and sometimes I'm tired of the fact that it is my struggle. So I'm like, God, come on, like, when will this become easy? And I find myself struggling and also just being frustrated with God, like, why this? But I realize everybody has something, and it's not just food. It's just I feel like I got to be good in every area of my life, and disciplined in every area, and focused in every area, and determined in every area. And sometimes it just is a lot. And I realized yesterday that maybe sometimes I portray an image that isn't consistent with reality. A lady posted on my Watch Queen Lou's Facebook page, and she asked, you know, how do you stay motivated? And I was wondering to myself, like, you know, do I portray that this thing is something that I am motivated and strong in every day of my life? Because if I do, then I need to clarify some things, because that's not my reality. It is hard. I've recently, you know, and I find myself frustrated because I'll go through these challenges with myself, these phases where I'm like going hard, beast mode, knocking the weight off, and people are like, why are you always, you know, why are you still losing weight? Like, you've lost so much, you look good. What people don't understand is this is a battle, you know. And so there are seasons where I regain the weight, you know, that I've lost, because either I'm in an emotional state, or I'm tired of being disciplined, or I'm tired of, you know, putting all the energy forth. But then I look up and I'm not satisfied with how my clothes fit, or I'm not satisfied with, you know, with the fact that I know I'm avoiding the scale because I don't want to get on, because I don't want to know what the scale has to say. But I can feel that I don't feel strong, I don't feel as pretty, I don't feel as whatever it is that I'm going through right now, which is a place that I'm in right now. And so I was in the shower, and I was really, you know, I went to South Africa, I had a blast, you know, had a really good time, and I got back like 2 weeks ago, and I just was feeling overwhelmed, you know, and I've been feeling overwhelmed just a lot lately. And it's hard. It's hard when you find yourself so committed to everything, and to still feel like, you know, you lack the power. And I know I don't lack the power, but to feel like you lack the power to just, you know, feel completely, you know, strong and committed and, you know, relentless. I don't know, which is a phase, but I know also that when I'm done soaking, when I'm done crying about it, or no, I don't even have to be done, but when I get fed up enough and I realize that the only thing that's going to get me to where I need to be is to determine that I'm worth fighting for myself, you know. And so that's where I am right now. I guess I was in the shower this morning because I woke up kind of sad this morning. Some things happened last night that just, you know, just frustrated me, or just shook me a little bit. I don't even know if frustrated is a word. I don't always know my emotions. I just know when I'm not feeling my best. And, you know, I kind of just left from where I was and just got into a space by myself. But sometimes, you know, that my mind goes a lot, and I think a lot, and I process things a lot. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually a beauty about me, because I value reason, and I value making decisions based on what makes sense. And, you know, that's i.e. why I went to school for apologetics. But at the same time, on the other end, I know that my own mind can be my enemy, you know, rationalizing so much, thinking so much that I can just be overwhelmed. But anyway, so I was realizing, like, no, Liana, you got to fight. You got to do what you got to do. You got to create a system for yourself, you know, like, you don't get to sink in this. You don't get to, because you just don't. You don't get to sink. I don't know. I can't speak for other people, but I don't get to sink. Like, God has brought me through too much. I've come too far. He's too reliable. He's too dependent. He's too powerful for me to say that I'm his and then I sink in my emotions, or I sink in the state that I am in. And I know that one thing that helps me fight is when I feel physically strong, when I get up early and I make the discipline with my food and I do what I have to do. But I also feeling like, ugh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get into that system. You know, it takes so much work and energy to find that groove again, but I know that I have to. You know, so recently someone asked me if I wanted to do a Spartan, and I was like, I don't know. But I know just even the fear or the hesitation in doing it is the reason why I need to do it. Before I left for Africa, I wanted a lady who I just adore. Her name is Joy Madison. She's just amazing. I reached out to her, like, and she's a trainer, but she's more than a trainer. The woman is amazing. But I was like, I want to box and I want to, you know, feel strong, X, Y, and Z. So I told her I would call her when I get back. It's been 2 weeks. I hadn't called her because I knew she would push me. I knew that she would push me to go the extra mile, and she would encourage me to fight for myself, and she would help fight for me. And I didn't know. I didn't want it. I didn't want to be pushed. I didn't want to be strong. I don't want to be disciplined. I don't want to do those things. But I also know that my feelings are not enough. You know, that I need to do what's good regardless of how I feel. I need to do what's good for me until my feelings catch up with it. That my faith and my perspective on life cannot always be about what I feel like doing. And so I as I'm about to go talk to these kids at this conference about, you know, sight beyond vision, to be able to do things beyond, you know, to be able to do things if you can't see it, to be able to trust God with your fears, with your dreams, with your aspirations, whatever. When you don't feel it, when you don't see it, when it seems impossible, when it seems too difficult, I can't stand up in front of these kids and tell them that tomorrow morning if I'm not willing to fight for myself. And so I made this video because you guys are a great accountability source. I'm like, you know what? If I get on here and tell these people I'm going to do this Spartan, if I get on here and say I'm going to start boxing, if I get on here and say that I'm going to push myself the extra mile, I'm going to rediscipline myself, and I'm going to lose the, I know you may not feel like it's true, but I'm going to lose the 15 pounds that I want to lose because I've been emotionally eating, or I've just been, you know, lacking discipline because I'm tired or whatever, you know, or I'm sick of being strong. It doesn't matter. You know, I got to do what I got to do. I have a photo shoot in 2 weeks that I want to look good in, and I'm working on my website, and I have dreams and things I'm trying to accomplish, and I just can't, I can't sink here. I can't sink in my emotions. I can't give up here. So I have to fight. I have to fight, and I know what it takes to fight. I have to do it. I pray. I got a guitar. I worship all the time. I pray. I talk to God. I get myself into those spaces that are necessary. I put myself on a routine. I shop for the food that I need to eat, and I eat it. I go work out when I don't feel like working out. I reach out to people and tell them I'm struggling, even though I don't like feeling weak and I don't like being the person to reach out. That's the state that I'm in. And I know it's not going to last. And I know that this season, you know, it's not even where I've been a year ago. I've come so far. I'm very proud of myself. But I also know that that extra push, that extra fight that God is trying to produce out of me and produce in me is going to require me to hone in and to be focused and just to keep going. I have dreams. I want to go get my doctorate. I want to in psychology, and I want to go on speaking tours, and I want to travel the world, and I want to inspire some people and instill hope in them. And I just have so many dreams. I want to finish my book and produce it, and I want to be the best youth pastor ever, and I want to teach my kids how to fight for themselves. There's so much that I want to do with my life that I know that I gotta hone in, and I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I don't want to fight anymore. I've been fighting all my life. I don't want to fight anymore, but I don't think I get to choose not to fight. I mean, I can choose not to fight, but I've seen people who have given up the fight. I don't want to be like them. So, not to judge them, but I've just seen a picture of what I don't want the snapshot of my life to look like. So, I know it's just a season, but I gotta fight. Whether I feel like it or not, I gotta fight. So, you guys, you help me fight. Just even be able to watch these, make these videos, it helps me fight. So, here's to the fight. I'll keep you updated.